Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through hopefully stages 81 to 100. Now I've recently, thanks to the new guild clash mechanic, been able to obtain I'll deploy a hero first, whatever. Right. So I've recently been able to obtain this shield, which I think is going to be the key to victory in this match, as well as completing the Tome of Ethereum to be able to get some Mystifier synergy now. What I could have done is gone with the Phoenix synergy, and I could also have unlocked Franz as well. But what I decided on eventually was to go with this synergy right here, and then we can jump into the rest of the dragons, and we will pop in Eudora, and where have you gone? Elma. Here we go. So we do have our 3 Mystifiers, and we have our support team as well. We don't particularly care about Bastet being in here, so what we're going to do is going to go Crown. We will go with Bow, and we will go with Knight's Edge as well, and hopefully with the shield and with Elma and with no weird switching mechanics, we should be able to pass through this as well. So I am using Mulan. So Mulan is one of the new units available now through Oath Recall. She is a very good unit for me personally. So as you can see, Bastet down, that's absolutely fine. What we're really looking for is for our teams to survive for long enough to be able to take these guys out. Now we do have the damage reduction, and as you can see, Mulan is applying burn. So everybody in the same row as her, whenever they attack, they do get that burn mechanic, which does increase damage significantly. I promise you it does increase damage significantly. We do have the bow here, which is going to help increase our attack as well. It double triggers, fortunately, because we've applied enough debuffs, and we do have Elma here, who has taunted all of the enemies as well, so no pesky attacks from them. So what's good about the burn mechanic is I think it can take up to 25% off, or up to 25% off each enemy. So hopefully we'll be able to do enough damage over the course of this match here with Eudora and with... So as you can see, we did a fair chunk of damage, and the burn has dissipated as well, which is why Eudora and Mulan here are pretty much essential. Not essential together, but they do make a very good partnership together. Especially if, say for example, Mulan had her Striker synergy. I've not been able to obtain a third copy of it yet, and I think that will have to wait. But as you can see, we would be dead right now if it weren't for the shield combo along with Elma. So as long as a frontline enemy is alive, the back row can't die, and as long as the back row is alive, Elma can't die. So it works very well and effectively makes your team immortal. Now, will we have enough damage to go all the way through? I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll see if this dragon dies. I don't know. Yeah, so the dragon does die, but he does come back. Looks like.
Dragon Skybreaker. Burn to ashes. It's time for a trade.
Yeah, maybe we don't do enough damage to him. Even with the shield in play, might potentially be not doing enough damage. Like we are getting them down, but the heal mechanic here.
Like a heart of stone.
As you can see, our dragon is back. Yeah, so not doing enough damage to defeat them there. Bear with me. Let's try taking Catherine out and adding. No, it doesn't really matter because we don't need this now that we've got that. But let's go ahead and see whether or not this makes any difference. Yeah, so it looks like we were closer that time, but it's the damage reduction here that might be the problem. So we'll see. If not, I'm going to change out. Ah, there we go. Perfect. So it did take 15 flipping rounds. And Eudora here coming out with the victory. Perfect. So what we'll do is we'll continue on like this for as long as we can. Yeah, so it seems it was just that particular mission that was the problem. Yeah, so it is. It's Mr. Fires with healing mechanics as well. Go ahead and try this again.
Victory secured.
Yep, so 12 rounds for that one. It's tough, this the Abyss. It really is. So we've got Abyss, I think Nightmare, and then Hell as well. Hell difficulty. And that's the final difficulty. So we'll just see how long that will take us to get to. There we go. So it is just a matter of retries and getting that crit damage in as well. So adding Atrops in, giving that damage buff, I think is the key. Now the reason that I don't have Astrid in this spot is because she's likely to switch with Elma, and then likely to mess up the order in which we've presented our units. So we do need to change Atrops out, and we should put in Karnak as well. So he is the counter hero. So it looks like that did the trick. So let's go ahead and see how far we can get in this one as well. There we go. Perfect, so 6 rounds. Just thinking about it then. 13 rounds. These are long fights. Flipping heck. Right, let's go ahead and take you out. And let's go ahead and pop you in, and we'll see if that makes any difference. Yeah, so Atrop's still getting taken down, but it seems to be we're doing much more damage as well. And it looks like able to take down at level 90, so that was the boss of this round, and then we change up to Dooms. Now I don't have any Dooms currently, but I do have, so we'll go into my Synergy slate, and go into Dooms. We don't have any Dooms active whatsoever, so let's go ahead and have a look at Elysians. We'll see if we've got any Dooms in here. We have Madeline, we have Ayushta, and no other Dooms. Are there any Dooms in here? So we've got Halios, Athena. No, we don't, so let's go ahead and get 3 of our top Dooms. So we'll go with Doris, Ayushta, Halissa, of course, Leandra, and where are you? Madeline. So that's all of my synergy tokens used up for now, but hopefully we'll have a strong Dooms team here. And we'll see how the Dooms team does without Elma on the field. So you, and you. And in that order, it's absolutely fine. We'll go ahead and change our relics up here. So put in our Dooms relics. Shield. And we want the scales as well. We'll just go ahead and see how this works and whether or not we're able to defeat them. Now there are 2 monarchs on the team, as well as 3 phantoms, but we'll have to see. Oh, this is in the wrong order. Oh, they've switched. Oh, it doesn't matter. this is going to be messy this season. This is the switch mechanic in action. So whenever, see, as you can see, we've got our sanctuary here, but we don't want Doris on this front row. We really don't want Doris on this front row. We did want Ayushta there. So the switch mechanic messing us up there. I personally, I really don't like it. I really don't like this switch mechanic. It is, it's not for me, this one. Like, I put my team in a certain order so that, yeah, so we've switched again, put my team in a certain order so that, you know, they do certain things. They have certain positional advantages. Like, for example, Madeline, everybody on the back row. Yes, everybody on the back row gets 40% damage reduction, I believe. But if they're switching all the time, like with Doris here, Doris switched out to the front. She got absolutely clowned because that's not where you're supposed to put her. You know, there are certain positional advantages, and you set your team up for that. For me, that is not. It's not okay to switch them. I don't like it. I really don't. But is what it is, you know. And we've got to work it out for the season. Yeah, so there we go. Fortunately, able to pass through. And then what we're going to do is going to go ahead and skip these until we get to a mission that we can't beat. So 4 rounds, not bad. Dooms as a team, very strong, very, very strong synergy. One of the strongest synergies in the game, by far. As long as you've got 5 Dooms available. Can't be understated that you do need 5 Dooms. Okay, so we weren't able to beat the Monarch team with this particular setup. Let's go ahead and try again. There we go, able to beat it with only 2 left. But I suspect that's also partly due to the... yeah, it's partly due to the switching mechanic, switching our units to this front row as well. It's able to beat 95. It's very good. And then hopefully we can progress through. So we do get our ticket at the end of this if we are able to win. This is a full Monarchs team. So yeah, Dooms are really going to struggle against Monarchs. And the reason for that is because the reflect damage that is done. So yep, able to beat him. The reflect damage that is done, it can't total more than 30% of max HP. So it's, you know, it can be quite difficult. Fortunately, we've got a 75% damage reduction for our team, so enemies aren't doing too much damage here. Let's go ahead and just watch 99, and we'll just see while I have a sip of my coffee. Yes, I am a coffee drinker. Coffee, black, nothing else. Just makes it easier for people to make me. If I'm honest, that's the only reason that I drink my coffee black. Because it's super easy. And we've switched again. So as you can see, Doris on the front row, not a tank. Fortunately, a miss there, but Doris down. Now that all of their holy shields are dissipated, the only problem that I can see will be Persephone granting the fortitude effect on her healing, and the enemy Ayushta as well, because she does have that damage reduction. Oof, taken down. So she's given herself fortitude. Fortunately, it only lasted for 1 turn. And we're doing the old switch mechanic. It's a shame that Franz came back, but hopefully reflect rate is high enough in order to progress. And I used to back again. It is what it is. And a silence there. Quite a big silence, I think. Still able to take her out. And Minotaur surviving. Fran's going down. Yeah, they're just falling like dominoes at this point. Because our reflect rate is so high, as you can see, it's 1200%. It's much higher than it would normally be. And it's with the current season synergy as well. So I believe the season synergy for Dooms is that they will get an attack buff as well. So let's go ahead. So this is the final boss, the Phantom Queen. Attacks all enemies, dealing 30% damage, losing 1 HP while using a basic attack. So they've got to use the basic attack. Attacks 2 random enemies 4 times, dealing 15 damage per time. I think that should be 15% damage. Attacks all enemies, reducing their attack by 50% for 3 rounds. And dispels all enemies. And attacks 4 times, dealing 100% damage per time. And then we've got increase the resistance by 100% and crit resistance rate. Okay. So she's nigh invincible. Okay. So she's nigh invincible. But we'll see if this Dooms team works. And if this Dooms team doesn't work, then we've always got other options as well to try and pass through. So let's see. I did always love this sprite. I think this is the Arcdina sprite in her true form. Potentially they were working with you know, the Awaken stuff, but it is what it is. And you can't even with this Doom setup, you can't even try and put Halissa in the middle, so she will always strike or she'll always strike the queen here. The switch mechanic, man, that's such a pain. Fortunately, not able to do enough damage to get through, but we may require a healing unit on the team. We are still doing some significant damage to the queen as well. As you can see, she is down, but that damage there would have gone straight to the queen if we were able to get Halissa in the middle, but we're not, unfortunately. So I think we need to rely on our reflect damage here. Okay, so shield activates, giving us a bit of additional HP and additional shield strength as well to hopefully weather the storm of these basic attacks. Triggering Sanctuary, but is absolutely useless. Her attack does go up, but again, it's primarily it's going to be useless against these minions down here. So we'll see. We'll see. Look at that reflect damage. So it is the reflect damage that's probably going to be key. So when she does attack, it's going to be very, very dangerous for her. But we do need our units to survive and start to do some switching potentially as well. So we can get Doris back onto the back row. And nope, now we've got Lamia on the back row as well. We do have Madeline on the front row, so Doris is now back on the back row. Still taking reflect damage from us, which is fine. Absolutely, you know, that's what we want to see. But the problem is, again, we are still taking damage over time, so I don't suspect we'll make it to round 30 with all of our units alive. Again, if Halissa was... Oh, Halissa, you just need to be in that middle slot so you attack the queen. Come on. Come on. We get a miss there. So we get that reflect damage. It's absolutely fine. And we'll just whittle her down slowly but surely. And look at all of that damage just wasted. Oh, it's disgusting. Could do with a true healer on the team like Seraphina to power through. Yeah, we've done the old switch mechanic again, so back to basically our original positions, with having Ayushta and Lamia on the front, and there we go. See, if you can just attack the queen directly every time, Halissa, that would be great. Now she's got the lowest life total, I think she will become the primary target for Halissa. She's attacked us, she's dealt significant damage to herself, and I think, don't hold me to it, but I think this match is over. As long as these minions don't do too much damage to us here, I think these minions will be they won't be able to kill us, and so the queen will, when she does attack, she'll receive the damage, and then also receive the yeah, there we go. So that's it, queen down. Now, do we have to beat these minions as well? No. Right, okay, so there we go. That is the full Abyss. Abyss 100 cleared. Let's go ahead and claim our rewards. Now, I have already been cheeky and already claimed one of the rewards, of course, and that is to get my Eudora up to full red runes. It's about time. That's taken me 6 months to do, but fortunately able to go ahead and claim one of these. Out of these ones, I think Ayushta is the rarest of them all. Mastermer can now be obtained within the shops, and then Talinas and Talos as well can also be claimed within the shops. So let's just skip ahead here. I want to go ahead and see what the reward is for this one. And it is, yeah, it's just one of the old basic units. But then we have a new stage here, which I will be going through, hopefully, if my team is strong enough. And if it's not strong enough, then it is what it is. But we do get legendary relic shards as well. And that, oh, look at that. So that's 15, 30. That's another 30. So that's, oh my goodness. So that's what, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. So upon completing the Hell Abyss difficulty, you will gain at least one copy of these, because it does take 90 shards to level up if you've not already got them at higher stars, but every little helps. And then if you do complete it, you will get one of the newer heroes from the shop, the Oracle shop. So choosing one of these, all of these are exceptionally powerful units. I think that personally Seraphina is probably the most effective. Seraphina, Lamia, or Catherine. Janna is effectively essential in your Avengers team now. Lysandra, for me, I've got one copy of Lysandra, and I've never really had to use her in Ethereals. Nyx is one of the most valuable parts of the Valentus team, so all of these valid choices. It just depends on what your box looks like, if you are able to complete it. So we've got 6 days left until I can go ahead and challenge the Nightmare difficulty. So I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you've got any questions, any queries, any comments, please do leave them down below. If you can like and subscribe, it'd be really appreciated. Thanks for watching.